part 2, the final parting of the Dungeon World one-shot. If I am correct with my reckoning, I believe that we currently have a cleric attempting to fiddle with a grate standing on top of the back of a bard.
Sounds about right.
Excellent. What do you want to do here?
Well, if I'm on Delwyn's shoulders, I like to grab onto the grate and peek my head through if I can.
All right, yeah, you get your head all up in there. The grate continues northward, and you hear like
northward in another direction that hasn't been named.
Northward, and there's like voices going, "Are they there yet?" And another one's like, "I don't think they triggered it yet." And the third voice is like, "Una wana ganga solo, check one in the area."
Goblins for sure, guys.
So I relay that to the party and tell them to be very careful that they don't trigger anything in the immediate vicinity.
Well.
And I asked Delwyn to set me down, please.
So the sound of the voices, are they the direction above us, is it would be back the way we came or forward?
It sounds like it's... Remember, you were walking towards a T intersection? If you were somehow able to keep walking through that wall, that's the direction that the goblin voices are coming from.
Okay.
And remember, this is a air conditioning grate, so it could be bouncing down all number of corridors to get here.
Can I speak with the dead?
Yes, you can. There are plenty of dead here. Are you aiming for any of them in particular?
Do any of them look like a priest or a cleric?
Yes, there are 2 clerics that are lying on the ground. One looks like a cleric of Kolech, the god of cowardice, and a yellow. And the other is a priest of Arsotska, the god of grand red and honor.
Yeah, there are two clerics. 2 clerics, 2 bards, 2 fighters, and 2 rangers. It doesn't look good, guys.
I would like to talk to the red one.
Glory, comrade.
Lordy. Oh,
Alright, so let's see what your casting spell lets you do here, cleric. You are... nothing bad happens to you. And
all the good things.
Is you're casting Speak with Dead?
Yeah.
Alright, it will answer any 3 questions. So the cleric begins like sitting up and is like, "Hello, my name is Fitznas. I am cleric of glorious Arstotska. What can do for you?"
I'm like, "All glory to Arstotska, man."
Hello, Fitznaff. I am Ash. I see you are traveling through this unnamed dungeon, and you appear to be dead. How did that happen?
Ah, yes. Was traveling through dungeon when we encountered dragon in this room. Was just scary illusion. There were a bunch of goblins hiding behind dragon with crossbows that shot me in chest many times.
Do you remember how many goblins?
There were 12 goblins. That is our Stotskin dozen, so actually 13.
And do you know where these goblins, like which area of the room they came from?
Yes. As I said, they were behind the illusion, and he's like gesturing to the side of the room that only has like scorch marks on it, and is like not covered in bodies.
Wait, can I hear this or not, Arthur? Because I want to crack jokes.
I feel like that's a question we should have let the cleric ask. Like, is this conversation happening silently, or can you actually... Can everyone hear?
If I can hear, I'm like, even the dozens are better not Stotska.
Yeah, you guys can hear it publicly.
Okay, awesome.
And so, like, as you're saying, like, everything's better with our Stotska, he's slowly, like, settling back down because his 3 questions have been asked, but at the same time, he's trying to, like, hand you his holy symbol.
I go and I grab it.
As you do, you, like, shatter the remaining fingers on his hand when you grab it out, and he just lies back.
Like, this will bring me good luck, I think. And I'm like, what's it look like?
Of course, it looks like a eagle in flight that also has flames for wings. And it says, "Glory to our Stotska" in our Stotskin. Which is, of course, a language all men can read and recognize because it's so awesome.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I pocket that thing and put it on my sheet.
It is a language all men can speak.
Symbol of Arstotska.
I'd like to light another torch, too.
Okay, you light another torch. That's good, because your last torch actually went out when it got consumed by the...
Oh, okay.
It got consumed by the ritual to banish the planar gelatinous cube.
Well, my Lady Ash, it seems as if there's normally supposed to be an illusion of a dragon in this room. Have any of us gone past that? I assume it's like a very clear line.
Yeah, it's very clear. Extremely clear.
Between that,
No, nobody has, and I really don't recommend you give it a try.
No, we probably shouldn't.
But I think, yeah. I mean, if it's just an illusion, maybe we just run a... What else is over there? Just nothing?
Nothing. There's scorch marks on the wall. So it looks like they were casting spells and like shooting stuff at the dragon in its face, but the goblins were so much shorter than all of that, everything literally sailed over them, while they were like shooting crossbows, John Woo style, through the illusion and like impaling them all with bolts.
I'm like, the goblins probably have a secret entrance, and I start pushing on stones on the wall.
So you're
this worked last time.
Are you crossing the line to check the stones on that side?
No, not yet.
Okay. Just making sure, just checking.
Yes, why don't you keep looking for secrets? I'll inspire you, so that you won't be fooled by... Actually, does that work?
Are you saying that you won't get fooled again? Yeah.
Wow.
I don't think I know that one.
Meet the new boss. See, it's all from the same song. This is CSI, The Hills Have Eyes.
This is terrible.
Sorry, CSI, The Hills That Actually Have Eyes.
Would me casting an arcane art to shake someone's mind of an enchantment dispel an illusion for them?
Yes, of course.
Yes, while you're searching around then, I will play
him
some
of any
more
enchantments?
music. Yeah.
Alright. Is there a particular song that you're playing on your flute? Is it a flute, right? Am I wrong?
I think I got the lute.
You got the lute. Well, that's like a flute without the F.
I think it's, I can see clearly now the illusion's gone.
Of course.
Nice.
I play it really badly.
And when he starts playing, I would walk across the barrier.
Yeah, so you walk across the barrier and nothing happens, but the flute you were playing cracks.
Oh.
Maybe you're just playing it too hard. Oh, you were playing the lute, right? The neck cracks and one of the strings snaps.
My precious lute. This is... Oh, also my friend might be in danger. Oh, no.
I've heard it's very common to find loot in a dungeon. Perhaps we can acquire a new one for you.
Ah, yes. Very astute of you, friend. Do you see anything beyond there? Does he disappear when he walks over?
He doesn't.
No,
Nothing
I just
happens when he walks across the room.
I just inspect the room. I'm expecting that there is like some hidden entrance on the other side, like on the opposite wall.
Are you observing things closely? Perhaps observing realities and discerning them?
I will discern the things that are in the room with my wisdom.
Excellent.
Which is crap. Oh, still got a 7.
Ask me a question. I will tell you something that is not a lie.
I get to go to... I get one precious question.
I like how all of your guys' equipment is breaking at high speed in this place.
Yeah.
I hope you're not attached to anything.
What here is not what it appears to be.
So, you guys are expecting this room to be a trap, but it's not a trap. Like, you're like, there must be a secret door. There must still be an illusion. But no, there's
Okay,
nothing.
so
You're looking
I
around.
tell
You're just
this.
like, there's nothing here, man.
I'm like, yeah, dead end, brother. I searched the bodies for a loot. Or any coin that they have.
They don't have a loot. They do have... I think that one of them has, like, a harp strapped to their back.
I'm
a
like,
full-sized harp. So, like, you'd have to sit down and play it.
I'm like, this'll work, right, man? It's a string instrument. You're familiar, right?
That's
Like,
perfect.
I
It's
effed it
way
up.
better than a lute.
I give it a strum, Arthur.
Yeah, it's perfectly
Listen to that.
tuned. Unfortunately, it's weight 4.
If somebody
We had
wouldn't mind carrying it for me, I could.
If we had a
play it.
wizard, they could have their their guy carry it around for you. Their
Yeah.
invisible servant thing.
You'd have Tensor's floating dish show up.
Why can you not carry that much? Are you gonna be
I'm
overweight?
afraid I'm only one increment off of my maximum.
I think I'm pretty close too. I took too much gear.
Obviously, what you need to do is strap the harp to the back of the fighter, and then, like, get a master blaster seat for you, so you can play the lute while he carries you everywhere.
Oh no, I think I'll fall back on my voice for now. Unfortunately.
I've heard you have a very good tenor.
I won't
Alright.
sing for you on stream. I won't. No.
You could recite poetry, William Shatner style. That's a thing we do.
Oh yeah, perfect.
Poetry jam. What light through yonder window breaks? Alright, so what do you guys want to do
Okay.
now?
Oh, I can
You're
take that
standing
thing.
in a
I'm only
room
at
that's not
6
a
out
trap.
of 12.
Oh nice.
No, yeah, I'm like, I'll carry it for you, man. I'll just strap it right here on my back, and you can just jump right behind me and start playing when you need to, right?
Yes, this is rather unorthodox, but I appreciate your enthusiasm for the whole thing.
Right.
Yes.
I could
Giant
just
harp.
see next time in combat, we're just moving around. He's trying to follow behind him.
He's got to keep his fingerings, you know?
Move slower.
Yeah, or you can just like pull it off me.
Well,
Actually,
I'd like to start heading back towards the T.
Okay.
yes.
Are there any special tags on this harp by any chance?
Nope. Just the harp.
Doesn't have like +2 piercing if you stab someone with it.
Sometimes the harp is just a harp. I believe,
no
Ash,
harp
that you're the
before
only
we
person
study.
that actually has a light source right now, right? You have the torch?
Yeah.
Yeah. So as you're, like, heading down the corridor, you hear someone call out. It's like, yes, yes, I know you're there. I can see the light of your torch. And you see, your light reflecting off of a pair of, like, red eyes that are quite low to the ground, probably 40 or 50 feet down the corridor from you. And he's like, hurry up, the tea's getting cold. No, he probably says, the tea's getting warm.
I would shout, hello there. What type of tea do you have?
Oh,
Is it Herbal Grey?
I have iced tea, of course.
Iced tea. I love iced tea.
That's good, that's good.
And I shout
Now
back to
quickly,
the others.
before it reaches room temperature.
I shout back to the others, saying, there's someone down here.
Well, of
Alright.
course I'm down here.
Who is it? Who's there, man?
My name is Chief Unlock Cliff Squatter.
Chief of what exactly?
The Nuktuk Ice Goblin Tribe.
Oh, it was your folk with the drums. Yes.
Oh,
quite
yes! Our ritual drums! I hope you enjoyed our rhythmic beats.
I just like don't say anything or move a muscle in my body. and just stand, kind of staring at him.
You're not going to shoot us with crossbows, are you?
Oh, no, no, no.
We already went to the other room, you see. And
I know you went to the other room. We've been waiting for you.
you promise you're not going to shoot us with crossbows?
Well, I promise I won't shoot you immediately with crossbows.
When will you shoot us with crossbows?
When negotiations break down, of course.
What are we negotiating?
I don't want to have this conversation on the far side of a corridor. Just come with me. I've got some tea. I've got some nice food compatible with your stomach. I understand you can't eat goblin food because you're weak, but that's okay.
I could probably eat a rat.
He's like, a rat? That is a fine delicacy.
Alright, he's got tea. Let's go, man. I'm like,
Yeah.
tell us if anything's
Mara-
wrong. Fuck.
Yeah, let
Fire
Maro
truck.
go first.
Yeah. This is me and Fire Truck lead the way.
Are you
it's
sure
Harp.
it's the best idea to go following a goblin chief into an unknown area where we do not know what's going to be around us?
Well, he's the chief, so I mean, it sounds like we already have an in, you know. We show up with him, everyone thinks we're cool, right?
This has to be the worst idea ever.
Now, Cole.
Does
it's
anyone
going
have
to
a
be-
decent bonus to the charisma stat?
Of course I do. You know I've talked our way out of plenty of situations before. Now, Cole, and I'll just like pat you gently on the shoulder. And be like, there wasn't any other way to go anyway. Why don't you leave the thinking to us?
Oh, shit.
Less martial types. I'll give you this
Oh,
big smile.
holy
Oh,
shit.
I'm more than willing to leave the thinking to you. I'm more worried about you getting into harm's way. You're not as sturdy as the rest of us, and I'm afraid something might happen to you.
That was ice cold,
Oh.
by the way.
That's very kind of you.
Yeah, so I'm like kind of making good time to like try to catch up with this guy. It seems like he's trying to lead us somewhere else down the
Yes.
corridor.
Yep.
Yeah. So I make good time and catch up with him.
I
Okay.
follow behind.
Yeah.
So he
Just, like,
leads
throw up
you
my hands
into...
and-
What is he like wearing?
Everyone else.
Is he wearing like something nice?
I don't
'Cause
think you guys have actually caught sight of him yet. Like, you
Okay.
were too far. All you caught was a torchlight reflecting. But you do enter, like, it's dimly lit, and it looks like a rumpus room. There's, like, a Parcheesi table, some chess sets, like a ping pong table area. It's all under construction, too. Like, there's scaffolding, and there's a bunch of goblins that are sitting down. When they see you guys come in the room, they start playing the drums again. And you know they're like dun 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 dun. Remember, they don't have any sense of rhythm because they're goblins.
Love that song.
Yeah.
So Chief,
All right.
so the Chief Cliff Squatter, is like in the middle of the room at like there's like Cheetos and glasses of like rapidly warming iced tea. And he's like, come, sit. I know this is all very unusual for you adventuring types, but we have a breach of contract negotiating with the Demon Prince Malfareth. He hasn't paid us in months. So we're just hanging out in the rumpus room here until negotiations can resume. You know how union is. We just don't want any scabs getting past us.
Oh, well, yes, well, you know, we're just adventurers, but, you know, if there's a problem with the dungeon, maybe, you know, some iced tea and ping pong wasn't the worst idea.
Yeah, previously Malfareth tried to hire a group of adventurers to get us out of here, so we had to kill all of them. But, you know, you guys are just here to finish the dungeon. I think we could probably discuss things. And, you know, I don't want to set any terms here, but I feel like if we come to some sort of accord, we could just let you have the item you're looking for. The slightly uncomfortable robes of heraldry. They're just in the next room over there.
Oh, that sounds ideal, in fact.
Like, this is, in fact, the best dungeon I have ever been to, and I, like, sit down and have
He kind of
some iced
blushes.
tea.
He's like, oh, well, we worked really hard on it. Now, I know it's not finished yet. I apologize for all the ruckus in here, but as I said, we're under contract negotiations, so we don't really want to, you know.
Did you come up with the riddle in the first room?
Oh
Was that
no,
your
that was
doing?
Mafrath. He's all bring me
Oh,
fire
that
and death.
that was a terrible, terrible pun.
Oh, it was so bad.
It
Yes.
was, I'm
Yeah.
sure you
I'm
would have
like,
come
oh
up with
my
something
god,
much better.
you sound just like him.
Mine would have been ice-based, of course. Now, I feel like we should have introductions. You might not have heard of me, as none of you have been to the Nordmark lands, but I am called Chief Cliff Squatter because in the elder days of the past dozen years or so, during my prime, I would go to human villages near ice cliffs and poop over the side with all of my warriors. The horrible stench of our fetidness would then drive the villagers out, we would rob them blind, and then we would go back underground. It was an amazing racket. Right up until they learned that you can put poop on fire.
Those were the dark days.
No, they were the best days of all.
You sound like a very capable and an inspiring leader.
Oh, yes, yes. So, once the humans learned how to deal with our shit, so to speak, we had to branch out into, new matters. And when the contract came up to build a dungeon for the Demon Lord Mafrath, I was all for it. We have a lot of construction ability. When you live your whole life underground, you learn a lot about carving things out.
I'd like to cast Detect Alignment.
Okay, you're casting Detect Alignment.
Okay.
I believe you have to roll to cast a spell. Yeah, so you start casting a spell, and it's like the Mos Eisley bar scene, but instead of what was the Rhodian's name? Greedo, pointing a gun at you from under the table, like everyone in the room when you start chanting is just like got a cock crossbow pointed at you.
Oh, hold. My lady, there's no need to conjure food for our friends. They
Yeah, man,
already
there's
have some
plenty here.
prepared.
So yeah, the chief starts letting go of his crossbow. He's like, "There's no need to conjure food. We've got some nice bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwiches over here."
Okay, I
Oh.
set down the harp and I'm
Do you
like,
have any dietary restrictions? Prince Mafrath has also indicated we should prepare some vegan dishes.
Yes, please. Sorry.
So they bring you a nice spring salad. With
Yeah.
It's all made with iceberg lettuce and basically snow peppers, everything in it. If it's not actually from the cold north, it's some reference to the north.
excellent.
I would like to sit down and eat it.
This guy knows how to live his life. I mean, really killing it.
So, as you can see, we're at an impasse. I can't technically let you pass without having some sort of challenge here, but I don't really want to risk our lives here. I mean, again, remember, we're on strike.
Well, maybe you just, arm wrestle our fighter here or something.
Well,
Sound
now
good?
that doesn't sound fair. We're 2 feet tall. Your fighter he looks like a strapping young lad out of legend.
I'll kneel down. It'll be fine.
No. Oh, come now. I don't believe all dozen of us could bring our arm down if we were to all hang from it.
Well, you seem to have some.
That would be worth a try,
inconsistent-
actually.
Yes, if you'd like to make that the challenge. you're
No,
welcome
no,
to.
that's ridiculous.
Tell me, Goblin, what if I were to bless you? Then would you arm wrestle our fighter?
And he starts
Quite
looking
a
to all the
powerful
other
spell.
goblins, and they're all like, okay, maybe. Can you make a parlay check, which is 2d6 plus your charisma? You have what they want, which is magical blessings. Well, I'll tell you what. You cast blessings on us, okay? And we will do it. You have to show us you can do it first, and then I'll agree to your terms. We could set some sort of victory condition. I know how you adventurers like to do things.
I'd
And he's
to
like,
turn-
boys, lower your crossbows. Only shoot her if lightning falls from the sky or something.
I want to turn to Cole and be like, "You sure you can do this, right?"
Well, I kind of got backed into a corner, but I'm feeling pretty confident.
Is Cole dead? Is he doing the Rocky training montage here, where he's just loosening up his arm? Yeah.
Yeah, he's just You're like every vertebrae in his back crack when you.
Oh, there's that guy from Mortal Kombat that's like, yeah, yeah, and then he does like the whole spinal crack, and everyone's like, holy shit, that dude's hardcore.
One moment, quickly, Great Chief. If you win, what is it exactly you propose?
Well, like I said, you cast Bless on us. We will discuss the terms of victory, and then we will have the arm wrestling contest, where 1 dozen of us, all of my minions, not including me, of course, I'm a pacifist, I wouldn't get involved with that, will hang off of his arm and try to force it to the ground while he attempts to lift them up. Should you win, we'll discuss what other things you can get beyond the slightly uncomfortable robes of heraldry.
You guys want to do this?
If you're up to
Yeah,
it, my friend, then be my guest, I suppose.
You should sing a mighty arm wrestling song, and I like wink and start like getting the harp set up.
Yes, I was thinking perhaps increasing the amount of damage that his slamming
you
of
do
the
some-
hand down on the
You
table.
could no, there's other stuff you can do though, right? Like you could
I can increase the aid somebody else gives,
and then,
but he'll have to
and
be
then
doing
someone
it
else can aid
himself.
them somehow. Okay, yeah, do that. Play that song,
Yeah.
and then I will. I'm gonna pull out of my adventurer's kit when the moment is right. A firecracker and light it. Sure, that'll
So
work.
that's going to be your aid?
Yeah.
Okay. So we need to do things in order here. We start with
What?
Ash casting Bless
So
successfully.
you'll be trying to lift them up, and they'll be holding on, and when there's the loud pop, they'll all let go and fall to the ground.
Yeah, we'll see how that works.
Sure.
The play's the thing.
I wonder if I should start
Bless
rummaging
those
around in
things.
my pack for some olive oil.
So I actually
There
have
you
a
go.
question here, Ash. What does your like spell casting look like when you're casting it?
So for Bless, I will be doing incantations and waving my arms about towards the chief.
You're doing the Kermit the Frog?
Yeah.
Everybody run!
Yep. And then right as it's about to cast, out of my like religious token or whatever, comes a shining light towards the target,
Okay.
Mr. Chief.
Is that 9? Did you just roll that, or do you still need to roll for the bonus?
8.
Oh, you just rolled an 8? Okay, so let's
Yeah.
see what that gets you on cast a spell. Boop, boop, boo, doo, boo.
You have to choose something, right?
You have to choose whether you undraw unwelcome attention, you're casting distance yourself, or the spell is revoked.
We'll go with revoked.
All right, yeah, you're casting this, and you feel the goddess Elia is like, you should not be aiding goblins. This is a foolish choice. And you feel the spell is like pulled from your mind. All right, so now we need our bard, Delwyn, to lay down a mighty harpsichord jam to aid Marrow in tossing the greatest fireworks
I
display
think-
of all time.
Yeah, I think the arm
Which will
wrestling
in
music,
turn help the arm wrestling roll, right? This is going to
Yeah.
be so many good rolls.
I think it's Guile's theme from Street Fighter.
Of course.
Because it's
Yep.
like MP and stuff. I mean,
Excellent choice.
Interpreted on
Yeah, it's
Harp.
fine. It's okay.
Okay, let's see what happens as a result of your partially successful roll. I believe you can draw unwanted attention.
Yeah, draw unwanted attention or the magic reverberates to other targets.
So, you're preparing to, like, do a super aid, and it's successful. And then you feel like something from beyond your realm of understanding, like, touching your mind, and you hear someone like, I am the demon Prince Malfareth. Who disturbs my slumber? It's you, Delwyn the elf.